Hi, welcome to the Shelley Studio, and today I am doing the challenge from our Mixed Media Moods Facebook group. I will try to remember to put a link to that Facebook group in the description box below. Every month they do a challenge, or that's the goal, is to put out a challenge. I'm not sure what day they do it. It's usually the middle or near the end of the month. And then you take the mood board, which is what that was in the beginning, and use it as your inspiration. So I decided that I liked the poppies and I just wanted to do like a scribbly sketch, and I'm using my Stabilo All pencil, and I don't know why I was thinking this was going to be a lot more subtle than it is. It gets a little bit crazy. Well, not crazy, but a lot brighter than I had originally intended. But it was a lot of fun to do. I'm not sure that it's my favorite piece, and who knows what may happen to it in the future. But everything I use on here is water soluble. So that was the Stabilo All. I add a little bit of watercolor, and eventually some graphite. You'll see that. Just to create this page. And I can't think of Jen's last name, and then Dee Dee Catron are the two hosts of the Facebook group. And I really like Dee Dee's sort of grungy, watery background stuff that she does, and so that's what I'm trying to create here. This is a piece of watercolor paper that has some gesso on it. So normally I create these elaborate backgrounds or lots of layered backgrounds and then try to fit a focal point on there. And this time I just drew in the flowers. Well, there's my focal point. Now I've got to figure out the background. So I do all kinds of stuff to try to create an interesting background. And it was kind of difficult to work this direction. But yeah, anyway. Sorry the video wasn't running, I guess, when I stamped the background, and I just used a script block that has just some random, I don't even think it's in English, writing on it. I thought that would help with the background, but it probably would have been fine, just stopping at the circles and being done. But I still didn't want all that white, I guess. So I thought, well, I'll just put some grid lines in it. There's some lines in the mood board, so I would just put some lines in there. Yeah, it wasn't making me happy there either. So now I take my Stabilo pencil and go around those blocks and kind of grunge them up a bit. So now I'm going to try and emphasize the lines of the flowers, because they're looking a little lost, and so I take out my pen and just try to draw some scribbly lines around it. I don't think you see them very much either. And so then I just moved on. There was some, like a golden glow in the mood board, so I thought I would add a little bit of yellow, just faint yellow, not a lot. And I'm using a Prang water-soluble crayon to just add a little bit of a glow to those spheres. Now I've pulled out a darker pen, and I'm intentionally making them wiggly lines so that it kind of goes with the rest of the, how I drew them originally. Just to emphasize the outlines and make them show up a little bit more. And then I decided the center of my flower needed something, so that's just white chalk. And then scribbling around the white chalk, and there, it's got a center. There's something stuck on my flower. There we go. Still thinking, what can I do to this? So now I'm going around with some charcoal and darkening the edges, giving it a bit of a frame. After looking at the finished piece and watching me do this, hindsight's 20/20, right? Like, I think I liked it before I added the shading. I was feeling like the flowers weren't showing up enough, like the whole plant as a piece wasn't showing up, so I decided to create a shadow behind. And maybe if I had just done this much, but no, I'm doing both sides. And then of course I can't leave the flowers out. I mean, that would look wrong, right? So I've got to put some around that. And this is just acrylic craft paint in black. And just watered down quite a bit. I have posted this picture already on the Our Mixed Media Moods Facebook page, and Dee Dee commented that it looks like stained glass. Kind of. It kind of gives that, with the bold outlines and everything, kind of gives that effect. So now, I don't know why, but I decided I wanted to put some white in those spheres, and I don't do it on all of them, just the ones I can get a full circle, or it goes off the page. And that's just with gesso. And now I'm trying to add highlights to the flowers. Still trying to bring them out a little bit more, so I'm just doing a light scribble with a white pen. Well, some days the pens work for me, some days they don't. I'm not sure if this is better. But this is what I do. Trying to think of how fast I have that sped up, and I'm not quite sure. So here, still trying to emphasize that flower, put lines around it. I am using a Winsor & Newton water soluble marker, supposedly in black. But this is not a black black. This is a blue black. And I think I need to write on there, this is blue. Because if I'm not careful and I go outside of where it's already black, you can see the blue. But once I started, I want to do the whole piece. I like to keep everything even. Put a mistake in one spot, it's going in all the spots. Then it's not a mistake, right? It's on purpose. Alright, so there we go. What do you think? Give me your opinion. If you liked it, please hit like. Feel free to share, comment. Love to hear your comments. And if you like to see more from me and you're not already subscribed, think about hitting that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload. Thanks for watching.